A Humble Fin. A story by J.L. Gagarin. Chapter 1. A Proud Fin. Sherly the shark zipped through the reef with a swish of her tail. She was young, fast and strong, and she wanted everyone to know it. "Out of the way! Big shark coming through!" she shouted, laughing as a group of little fish darted aside. Phil the clownfish peeked out from a patch of sea anemone. "Be careful, Sherly. The reef is full of others too, you know." Sherly spun around in the water and grinned. "Don't be silly, Phil. I'm the fastest swimmer here, and definitely the strongest. Look at you. You're smaller than my fin." Phil gave a tiny smile but didn't reply. He'd heard it all before. Sherly loved being loud, she loved being seen, and she especially loved being right. That morning, she spotted a silver fish darting past like a streak of light. Sherly's eyes lit up. "Now that's a challenge! Watch this, Phil!" she called as she chased after it. The silver fish sped away through the reef, slipping between rocks and coral. Sherly raced behind, ignoring the worried shouts of other sea creatures. The chase led her away from the bright colours of the reef and into darker waters. The fish disappeared into the mouth of a cave. Without thinking, Sherly followed. The entrance was wide enough, and she slipped in quickly, her tail flicking with power. Inside, the cave was cool and dark, with walls of stone and coral. "Where'd you go, shiny fish?" Sherly called, her voice echoing. Suddenly, there was a loud cracking sound. Bits of coral and stone began to fall from above. With a crash, part of the cave entrance collapsed behind her. Sherly turned fast, but the way she had come through was gone. A wall of rock blocked the exit. Her heart thumped. She backed up and bumped into the narrowing stone walls. She tried to squeeze through a side tunnel, but it was too small for her broad body. She swam forward, hoping the cave would open again ahead, but it only grew tighter. Sherly's tail flicked harder. She pushed against the rocks. She turned and twisted, but the space was too tight. She was stuck. Her eyes darted around the cave, but there was no way out. She gave a nervous laugh. Okay, just need to push harder. I'm strong. I can do this." She shoved again, harder this time. The stone scraped her side. Her fin got caught and she yanked it free. Sherly panted, floating still for a moment. The cave was quiet now. Only her own breathing bubbled around her. For the first time, she didn't feel so big or so strong. She didn't feel like showing off anymore. She was alone, and she was trapped. Chapter 2. A Strength's Weakness. The cave felt colder now. Sherly floated quietly in the still water. Her strong tail, the one she always showed off, hung limp. Her fins twitched, but she did not move forward. "Okay," she whispered to herself. "Time to think. Sharks are smart. I can figure this out." She turned and tried again to push against the rocks. She wiggled her body left, then right. She shoved with her head, then with her side. Nothing worked. The cave walls stayed tight. She growled under her breath and tried again. Again, the same. No movement, no space. Only the sound of her breathing and a few tiny bubbles drifting up to the cave ceiling. "This is silly," she muttered. "I should be able to do this. I always do things on my own." She backed up and kicked hard with her tail, ramming into the rocks with all her power. The stone scraped her skin and a sharp pain ran down her side. "Ow!" she yelped, curling in place. That hurt! Her eyes blinked slowly. She looked around the cave again. The walls were still the same, still tight, still strong, still blocking her path. She sighed, a deep sound that made a stream of bubbles rise up past her snout. Why did I come in here? Just to prove I'm the fastest, the strongest, to show off again? She asked aloud. There was no answer, just silence. Her thoughts drifted to Phil, small, quiet Phil. He never tried to race or shout. He just stayed calm. He even warned her. Sherly sank a little closer to the cave floor and tucked in her fins. Maybe being big isn't everything, she said softly. The words felt strange in her mouth. Not bad, just new. She had never said them before. She rested there for a while, not fighting, not shouting, just thinking. Her tail moved slowly as she floated in the dark. For the first time, Sherly felt something she had never known before. She felt small. Chapter 3. When Weakness Becomes Strength. A soft sound echoed through the cave. It was distant at first, like a ripple in quiet water. Sherly lifted her head and listened. Then she heard it again. Sherly, are you in there? Her eyes widened. That voice. She knew it. Phil, she called out, her voice shaky. Yes, I followed your trail. Are you okay? Sherly looked at the wall of rocks still blocking the entrance. She felt a tightness in her chest, not from fear, but from something harder to admit. I'm stuck, she said at last. I went in too deep and the cave collapsed. I can't get out. There was a short pause. I'll help you. Just hold on. Sherly hesitated. Then she took a deep breath. Phil, I'm sorry. I wasn't nice to you. I thought being big made me better. But now, I just feel scared and small. Phil's voice came gently. It's okay, Sherly. I'm still your friend. Soon, Sherly saw tiny shapes moving near the rocks. Phil had brought others with him. Little crabs, shy shrimps, and even a few small fish. They worked together, tugging and shifting the stones one by one. Phil swam close to the rocks at the blocked entrance. Sherly, the entrance is almost clear now. Can you come closer to the opening? Sherly swam carefully through the cave, just as far as she could. She stopped right before the wall of rocks and waited, listening to Phil's voice. Phil and the others pulled away a few more loose stones. Sunlight peeked through the opening. Now try to come through, but gently, Phil said. Sherly moved slowly. She slipped her nose through first, then one fin, then the other. She did not rush. She stayed calm, just as Phil told her. Bit by bit, she wriggled through the gap. Finally, with one last careful push, Sherly slid out of the cave. She blinked in the bright reef water. The sunlight danced across her fins. Phil was there smiling. You made it, he said. Sherly looked around at all the small creatures who had helped. Her eyes softened. Thank you, she said. All of you, and especially you, Phil. You didn't have to come, but you did. Phil laughed. That's what friends do. Sherly swam beside him, slower now. I think I'd like to learn how to be a better friend too. Maybe you can teach me. Of course, Phil said. We can start by swimming together, side by side. And they did. Not fast, not showing off, just together. From that day on, Shirley still swam strong, but she swam kindly too, because she had learned something special. Being big doesn't matter nearly as much as being humble and kind. The end. Thank you for listening to this story. Please subscribe to get notifications when new stories come out.